Hey everyone, Double Crit Fail here, and this is Epic Boss Fights for any level. Before we begin, I just want to take one really quick second and thank the new subscribers who have joined me on these videos. Thank you all for watching, as well as everyone else who has given me great feedback. You can see that on the screen here, I am working on some artwork of Tiamat for an upcoming video. This is from Magic the Gathering Forgotten Realms, and I chose it because I feel like it goes well with today's DM advice on creating epic boss fights. The reason I'm making this video is because I know personally, in the past, I have created some really great villains or monsters in a solo fight. They end up getting dominated, absolutely crushed by players. And this is because in combat and D&D, it comes down to really one thing: action economy. Essentially, who can do the most stuff during a turn or during a round. And when you have multiple players and just one monster, they can easily surround it and overcome it, and really take down monsters with a much higher challenge rating than themselves. So what can we do as DMs? Well, one obvious solution is to give them minions or mooks or something like that, but what if you really truly want to make it a solo monster fight? In situations like that, the best thing to do is to take inspiration from high challenge rating monsters, namely three things: Lair Actions, Legendary Actions, and Monster Features. But wait, you might say, my monster doesn't have any of those things. Well, this is D&D, and that's the great thing about it. You are the DM, and you are encouraged to adjust your monsters or create new ones as much as you like. There's a whole section in the Dungeon Master Guide to help you do this on pages 273 to 281. So let's go over those three things. The first is Lair Actions. And a lair action is usually some type of environmental hazard that takes a saving throw to overcome. Maybe it's falling debris, or maybe it's part of an evil wizard's laboratory. Maybe it's rolling barrels if you're, like, say, in a rocking ship. And on a failed saving throw, the players are put at a disadvantage. Maybe they take damage, or maybe they're knocked prone. These lair actions usually happen at the top of a round on initiative count 20. They get a turn just like a player or a monster would. Usually they're at the top of the round, like I said, but you can really put them anywhere in the turn order as long as it's consistent. The next thing are legendary actions, and pretty much all really high challenge rating monsters get these. They are special actions that your boss monster can take outside of its own turn. So maybe it's a special attack, maybe it's casting a spell, maybe it's moving without provoking an opportunity attack, but these are things that it can do between player turns. It's important to note, though, that there's only a certain amount of legendary actions a monster can take per round. There's a really great resource on giving legendary actions to lower level creatures. It's called Not So Legendary Actions by a creator called Igor Moreno. It's pay what you want on the DMs Guild, and I will put a link to it below. The last thing is monster features. These are special abilities that you can give to your monster that are usually passive, although there are some exceptions. I have found a really great Google Doc that someone has actually compiled pretty much all the monster abilities into one document, and I will put that also in the description. But some of my favorites are things like magical resistance, which gives a creature advantage on spell effects. This is, I feel, very important. It keeps your monster from being charmed or something like that, basically cheesed in a fight by player characters, which they will very often try to do. Cunning action, it gives your creature the ability to hide or disengage or dash as a bonus action. Frightful presence is really interesting. It forces all players within a specific radius to make a wisdom save or be frightened. And you have parry, which uses a reaction to give a bonus to the monster's AC. There's really a whole bunch of these, almost an endless amount that you can mix and match. Oh, and just as a side note also, this is very basic, but Give your monster multi-attack so they can hit multiple PCs in one turn, as well as an area of effect attack that can damage multiple PCs at once. Finally, just a word of warning, your monsters you make likely will not be playtested for balance, so if you do get yourself into a jam where you find that the monster is just way too tough for your party, just tweak it during combat, either by lowering its HP or maybe you take away one of its abilities or something like that. You created this monster, you can tweak it as needed. So that's how to make an epic boss battle, and I want to know about your most memorable boss battles you've had in the comments below. Also, liking this video really helps. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this is a video that people enjoy, and it will serve it to others. It will help this channel be seen by new eyes, and it really does help more than you know. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one.